Okay, here we are. We got all the capping done. Uh, got the dial panel back on, and the tuner, and the dial string. It is a new dial string. I'm waiting for the indicator, the needle, to cure up. This here is supposed to be like one of them there, but though before I got it, the work they did on it back when they replaced those E-caps, they didn't put a G tube, the shoulder type tube, in. They put a metallized tube, a metal tube, a Q7, and had to cut this plateau off of this ring in order to fit the tube all the way down into the socket. But they kept the they kept the shielding on it. There's the transformer casing. Uh, the chassis is redone in a titanium silver metallic. I'm going to look and see if there's any sticker information for the chassis. Just seems to me that there should be something on here for the because Silvertone usually always put a sticker, at least one sticker on the chassis. And the radio net indicator logo goes on this side panel, the shielding. It's curing up. Here is I got the new dial cover from Palmquist today. This here is still curing. And I got one coat of clear on it. Sorry for the shadows. The buttons are all set. That one on the end right there next to the needle, that's the one that's been repaired. All the rest were okay. So those are ready to go. Those are all completed. The needle is curing. The dial bezel and push button bezel is curing. I thought I might have that Q7 tube. I'm going back to a Q7G, a glass tube. And I still got to do the speaker grill cover and the shields. The shields I'm going to polish up and get them dressed out. So stay tuned, there's going to be more. Okay, here is the finished chassis. Needles all cured up. We've got her all finished off, coated, tubes cleaned up. Let's see, there is the Q7G tube that replaced that old metal tube that was bad anyway. And we've got a substitute power tube on there, the original Y3 rectum fire tube there. This is a 25L6. I think it calls for regular tube is 25C6, but the L6 tube is adequate replacement for that. I don't have a C6 tube, but I did have an L6, and it's an equivalent replacement for that. The shields have all been cleaned, resprayed, and finished. I forget what the heck this is. It's some kind of a mirror chrome, although it doesn't really mirror very well, but I mean it does do a nice job. But you need a really smooth surface to start with. I've added, see if I can finagle this. I've added a switchable radio auxiliary switch and jack. It's a 3.5 millimeter jack. So you can bypass radio, switch it to auxiliary, and plug in a Bluetooth or a mini boom box or whatever to get FM, if you like, piped into here. It has a voltage dropping resistor in there because I didn't want to stress this transformer any more than it has been. It does check out okay. It runs about 120 to 130 degrees. Checking with my infrared temp sensor. The tubes are these tubes. The power tube and the rectifier tube run super hot, I noticed. But the voltages on the pins are within tolerance. So I stuck the voltage dropping resistor in there to drop it a few volts anyway, supply to the radio. Of course, the polarized power cord on there. The speaker, I had to change the cone. I originally put a paper cone in there. This is one of those, I think it's a PVC cone with a rubber or neoprene surround. Because I don't think I aligned the last cone, or no, the last cone didn't have enough flex in the surround area, because it was just ribbed and not one of these bulb type rubberized surrounds. And so it didn't allow it to flex very good, and all you get is real tinny looking sounding sound out of it. So I went to this one and stuck it on there, and I wound up at some point I broke one of the lead ends to the voice coil from the cone. You can't see it very well because it's not very good light. So I had to pull it all loose again and jerk the voice coil out of it and repair it to the lead, and this little braided lead that they put on them. And fortunately did that without too much of an incident. And then just stuck, I had this cone left. I order them in pairs, and I could order them in oranges, but I ordered them in pairs, and this one was left, and so I decided to use it, and it does give a lot better sound and better quality sound, I should say. So it's set and ready to go. We've already done an alignment on this chassis already on both bands, and it's checking out really good. I noticed it brings in the antenna, the internal loop antenna is adequate if you have strong stations in your area, but to bring those fringes in, I would suggest hooking a external antenna of about 10 or 12 feet up off the ground, go out the window, or even dangle it in your along your wall or whatever, and it'll assist in bringing in it. And you're going to need it definitely for the shortwave. So the cabinet is being, well, it's curing still. This here is going to be a heat shield for the top. Once this is ready to go back together. This here is the grill cloth that I'm going to use for this radio. I've used it on other ones and it's really nice, but it's real. It is acoustically transparent. I mean, it will let all the sound that you need through. I believe I got this at Richmond Designs. It's their onyx fabric. Here is the antenna shield and antenna ready to go. This is a new shield. The old one had the screw holes were broken loose, and the corners were broken off. So I just decided to make a new one. The knobs and the buttons, like I say, are all ready to go. What else is there? I think that just about cover everything. I've got the studs for the mounting, the speaker mounting. They're over there on the crate curing, and that's basically the only thing left that I'm really waiting on, other than let this cure up another day or so. So anyway, that's just an update, so stay tuned. The operation video will be coming first of next week.